Alright, we should be good to go. Welcome, Planeswalkers. I'm Mike, Shinobi Mystic, your host here on Mystic Miniatures Forge. And today I'm playing with the fully projected 3D terrain battle military pieces. Yeah, let's see, I think I wanted to put one of these over here. Put another one over here. The military base is to be here in the middle. Maybe that's the base right there. We wanted to have some other things that are kind of don't want to get destroyed. Let's see, I'm going to put this communications array right there like that, and then maybe these. What I'll do is do this so we just have extra space. There, what's this mobile command center? Maybe what I'll do is just attach that to this. Yeah, set those up as the military bases. The war now has a witness. Water versus earth energy. Nature entering the conflict. The ecosystem counterbalances. So we have this combat zone divided by dense jungle, a rocky shoreline, and a military landing positions. So we just established our military bases, the 3 different bases on here. I'm still not liking this one that much. Oh, you know what? Here it is. I'm going to put this one over here, and I'm going to put this up here. Now those seem more appropriate. Alright, I think that's pretty good. This one's down here in the corner. No, that's it's there. Here's the turn tracker marker. Maybe I'll put that one right here. Oh, I'll keep it off to the side. So the alert tracker is going to go for 6 rounds today. Back assault. Utilize Saber Athena for precision engagements. Protect 1 military base and observe Kiora's presence. The alert tracker advances. This thing you probably can't even see. The alert tracker advances at the end of every round. Now there aren't rounds in Arena of the Planeswalkers, but I do it's like go with the player characters, go with the villains, and then back to the player characters again. That's pretty much in every round, and I get to use all the army cards. Then the story beats trigger only at the start of each round. Here we go. So round 1, the jungle edge, and we're just gonna continue. No Maverick here today. Maverick is still mourning the loss of Elixir, so we haven't seen him the last game, and we won't see him this game, but he'll be back next time. And that's always if the player characters get through this. I mean, it's never known that they're going to be able to survive. Alright. The coastline meets untamed jungle. It boils with humidity and distant thunder. Vines coil around broken structures. Salt air mixes with the damp heat of dense vegetation. Palm trees sway over abandoned military fortifications, where waves crash against black volcanic rock. Deep in the jungle, along the shoreline, there's something massive moving towards your direction. Suddenly, the Ashenbacks surface. There he is. And he doesn't just come from that side. This bipedal predator with armored spines. His slow, deliberate movements. I'm like running away. Huh. Alright. The Ashenbacks surface. Their armored plates are slow and deliberate with their movements. Their hides glisten with moisture and molten streaks. They do not charge immediately. They test the perimeter. Alright. Warning sirens erupt across the beachhead. Military forces deploy defenses. Yeah, because then there's going to be another Ashenback coming in on this side. And then there's another one coming from back hither. Yeah. They're gonna breach the perimeter. Military forces deploy defenses. Alright. Let's see. Magic. The Rift Blade pilot. Yeah. Can you guys even see that? What is this thing here? This little command center thing here. Maybe out of the command center comes magic. Magic. The Rift Blade pilot. Right? There she is. Alright, so magic. She's a hero creature, mutant warrior pilot. She's got 5 life, 5 move, 1 range, and she's a 4/4. She's got an ability called Stepping Disc Transport. Instead of moving normally, you may place her like that. Soul Sword Strike. When magic attacks an adjacent figure, defense dice cannot reduce the attack below 1 damage. If the defending figure is a demon, construct, or precursor, add +1 power. And then she's got Limbo Surge. Once per turn, after choosing this army card, you may choose a figure within 4 spaces. Move that figure up to 2 spaces. Alright, and then the next hero that we have joining on the battlefield is Cynthia, also known as Sin, the Iron Heir. She enters the battlefield. Cynthia, human hero creature, human pilot. She's got 5 life, 5 move, 5 range, and she's a 3/4 with relentless escalation. Creatures defending against a mech Sin is piloting gets -2 defense. Ruthless escalation. So creatures defending get -2 toughness. And she pilots a mech. Alright, finish the broken. when a mech sin the escalation plus finish the broken. Alright. And those two get together and they jump into Saber Athena Mecha. I love Saber Athena. There we go. Yeah. So in my game, if you share color, the same color, you can pilot the mech, and they both have red in their color pies. Because Magic is all colors, and Cynthia is red and black. So to make Saber Athena, she's red and white, I guess. 8 life for the mech. Love Saber Athena. 8 life, 7 move. She's the fastest mech in the fleet. I didn't give anything else 7 move. But these Ashenbacks actually move pretty fast. So I'm gonna have a game warping ability that I give them, so that'll be interesting. Let's see, Saber Athena. When summoned or chosen for activation, you may place figures you control with total power 5 or more on this army card. This becomes an artifact creature. If it had no figures on it, it's no longer a creature. And that's how you crew and pilot the vehicle mechs in my game. So Cynthia and Magic are the 2 to equal 5 power. Yeah, you may place figures you control with total power 5 or more on this card. There we go. And then this becomes a creature. Twin Blade Assault. When this mech attacks, it may attack 1 additional time. Lightfoot Frame. If this mech is never attacked when leaving engagement. Yeah. And then Precision Strike. If this mech has not moved this turn, add +1 for that attack. So Chadpool is the unmatched. When Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine was coming out, I thought the nice pool was going to be a Chad, so I named this guy Chadpool, just to kind of make fun of him. But what is it? It's the one of the Deadpool guys with yeah, he's not wearing his mask, so I figured I'd use him, make use of him. Here I am, you guys. I'm the real Deadpool. Chadpool. Ace of the program. He's a mutant pilot. He's got 4 life, 5 move, 1 range, and he's a 3/3. Oh, I already found a problem. Oh, Annihilation. Vehicle mech. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad I got this. Alright, so Ace of the program. If Chadpool is piloting Mecha Godzilla, that Mecha Godzilla adds +1 attack for its attacks. Should just be like Chadpool, Ace of the program. He can just pilot Mecha Godzilla without needing the crew. It's like fourth wall break. Yeah, I think I didn't put the crew ability on Mecha Godzilla, so press the advantage. If Mecha Godzilla destroys a figure this turn, it may move up to 2 spaces after attacking. And then he's too confident. If Mecha Godzilla receives 2 or more damage during a single turn, roll 1 combat die. On a blank, it receives 1 damage. Additional. Alright, so that's Chadpool entering the mix as the other pilot, the Northern Order, and he's piloting none other than Mecha Godzilla. No. Mecha Godzilla, the weapon. I just absolutely love the artwork on that. Mecha Godzilla. Maybe he doesn't need to be in piloting Mecha Godzilla. He can just wear a headset and walk around with Mecha Godzilla. It doesn't really matter. Mecha Godzilla, the weapon. Artifact vehicle mech. Got 9 life, 4 move, 6 range, and he's a 6. Alright, and then overcommit. If Mecha just. Alright, and then overcommit. If Mecha just Godzilla destroys a figure this turn, it must attack again if able. I don't know how that's like an overcommit, but oh, it's gotta destroy a figure or something. Alright, and then now let's introduce the bad guys. These guys, the Ashenbacks. What are they up to? Testing the perimeter there. The Ashenbacks, the Kaiju apes. Now these are the first squad creatures that I guess I use, and I mean they remind me of the Kaiju. So I picked called Greybacks, yeah, Gray renders. That's what it is. These are D&D miniatures. Ashenback attacks a figure adjacent to another Ashenback. Ashenback attacks a figure adjacent to another Ashenback you control. It gets +1 power. And then they've got an ability called Encircle. If 2 or more Ashenbacks are adjacent to the same enemy figure, that figure gets -1 toughness. Alright, those are the Ashenbacks. And those are all the army cards that I got out. So I think we're just about ready to rock and roll. Alright, here is the dialogue. Military Commander. Contacts north and south. Hold the line. Do not break formation. Magic, the Riftblade pilot. Multiple heat signatures. Fast movers. Cynthia, the Iron Air. Good, let them come. Chadpool in Mecha Godzilla. Oh, nice! Jungle episode. Budget friendly and improved. Military Commander. This channel is for tactical communication only. Chadpool in Mecha Godzilla. Copy that. Tactically speaking, we are extremely doomed. Alright, Saber Athena ignites her twin plasma blades in Mecha Godzilla's eyes. Flare crimson as systems begin to whirl in anticipation. Precision engagement protocols online. Combat now begins. Alright, and now I increase the tracker marker to 1. There's the beginning of round 1. Here we go. Alright. So, for the Planeswalker strike, target an artifact creature you control. Until end of turn, that creature gets +2 attack when attacking an adjacent creature. Until end of turn. Windy Strike. And then I got Deep Drift. Enchant artifact. This artifact creature gets +1 power and +1 toughness for each color pair among pilots that crew this artifact. And that's kind of what I was trying to think of doing for having the 2 pilots mind melding and piloting the mech. But I just left it as about power toughness. But now we're gonna get to play with it, so that's the... That was the pilots. So I guess it'll be... I should have the girls go first. Cynthia, Saber, Athena being the quick one in the fleet. Alright. So Saber, Athena, I'm gonna cast that Deep Drift. So now they get the +1 power and +1 toughness among color pairs, which they would have 2. So she's a 7. Okay, this might be a quick game. So the Ashenbacks is there. Combat begins. So I guess she's gonna move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Alright. Ashenbacks versus Saber Athena. Saber Athena moves in. Yeah, so she's a 5, and then she gets +1. And then they're gonna do double attack. Alright, 7 dice, I got 2 hits. And I only get to roll 2 defense. And he got hit, so he takes 2. And now we do the double attack. This actually might be a quick game. The double attack is 4 damage. Yeah, he didn't roll anything. Alright, Ashenbacks didn't get to hit that one at all. Nice. Alright, Mecha Godzilla and Chad Pool. I'm just gonna power up Mecha Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla online. Alright, and I'm gonna have Mecha Godzilla move. He's only got to move a 4. He's kind of got stumpy legs. So where did he start exactly here? 1, 2, 3. But I'm just going to have him go here and turn. He's going to shoot. Because he's got a range of 6. Mecha Godzilla. When attacking a Kaiju, Mecha Godzilla adds +1 attack. Yeah, Mecha Godzilla. Kaiju Destroy Protocol. So it's going to be 7 dice. It's going to be just like what I did with Saber Athena. Oh boy! Nice. Kaiju Destroy Protocol. Chad Pool. Are you driving? He's not paying attention. Yeah. If Chad Pool is piloting, that Mecha Godzilla gets +1 attack. Base of the program. Alright, that's Chad Pool. Now, it's the Ashenbacks' turn. I'm going to draw 3 spell cards for the Ashenbacks. So for the Ashenback player, I got Massive Chomp. Target an adjacent figure to a creature you control. That figure takes 2 unblockable damage. Energy Breath. Target a figure within 5 clear sight spaces of a creature you control. Roll 3 combat dice. Creatures don't roll defense dice against this attack. And then Victory Pose. Only if you destroyed a creature. But you have to be a creature that's destroyed, not the piece of military tech. Alright, so the Ashenbacks will be the Ashenbacks. This one already got destroyed. Saber Athena took care of that one. So one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'll have that one run up and try to attack Mecha Godzilla. This other one is gonna move over here and attack the satellite dish. And I'm gonna have him attack the satellite dish first. Actually, so he's attacking the satellite dish, and that's 3 damage. Nothing. Didn't get any shields. So that destroys the satellite dish. I'm like, oh no, do I have all my stuff? I don't even think I got my crystals. Oh, here they are. The Rift Crystals. These are the story game element that is in my game that I've been trying to use. So he shows off one of the Rift Crystals. The Ashenback. Okay. And now I'm gonna do the other Ashenback's attack against Mecha Godzilla, the one that's happening back there. 2 to Mecha Godzilla. I only got 1, so he takes 1. Ooh, Kaiju Destroy Protocol. Alright, and that completes the end of the first round. So it completes the end of the first round. So now we're going to go to round 2 out of the 6 rounds. But I'm going to take a stop there for a second. I just want to take a leak. And I'll be right back. And then we'll start round 2, the Primal Assault. Alright, I'll be right back. Thank you so much for waiting, you guys. Alright, I'm back. Round 2, the primal assault begins. Defensive pressure. Especially now after a military fortification has been destroyed. The Ashenbacks strike with coordinated aggression. One crashes through a barricade, while another climbs jagged rock formations to attack the elevated defenses. Their movements are deliberate now, adaptive. Military forces are pushed backward as the jungle foliage ignites around the combat zone. Saber Athena darts between targets with surgical precision. While Mecha Godzilla unleashes devastating firepower into the advancing pack. Alright. The battlefield remains contested. Magic. Rift Blade Pilot. Target the joints. Slow them down. I don't know what that means. Focus, will you? Damn it. Chadpool. Fine. Crisis it is. The Ashenbacks roar as it slams into the defensive platform. The jungle trembles. Alright, this is round 2. We're only on round 2. Let's see, I'm gonna roll something to see if something happens. Yeah, I'm gonna have another Ashenback come back. What is it, on this side of the map, from over here. Another one comes from the woods. Another Ashenback. Alright, so draw another spell card for the Mecha pilot team, and we got the N16 particle charger. Play the spell only after combat. There is an additional combat phase after this phase. N16 particle charger. Oh man. Alright, so the girls are first with Saber Athena. Saber Athena is gonna move in and engage. So she's gonna move 7. 1, 2, 3, 6. Saber Athena's got a base power 5, then the dual piloting plus 2, now creatures get -2 toughness, so it's 5 damage. One, and then it takes 4, which only has 3 life. The Ashenback assault continues. Alright, so that was, she moved and attacked. She may attack 1 additional time. Now I'll take a turn with Chadpool. in Mecha Godzilla. Chadpool. This thing's getting attached to me. So he'll break, leaving engagement. Break engagement. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. Choose a figure. The result is X. Deal X. Annihilation Cannon. It doesn't say instead of attacking, Annihilation Cannon. It just sounds like deal X unblockable damage to the chosen figure. Yeah, I'm gonna have him pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Annihilation Cannon. It's a direct straight line. Six. Roll the 6-sided die. Roll the 4. Deals 4 unblockable damage. That kills him. Annihilation Cannon. And then technically, they're all set for this. Yeah, Annihilation Cannon didn't say anything about not being able to turn around and attack. I'll even attack him with disadvantage. If Chadpool is piloting a Mecha Godzilla, that Mecha Godzilla adds +1 attack to its attacks. Yeah, ace of the program. Alright. Four. One. Wow. They destroyed those guys. Alright, so then that's the end of Mecha Godzilla's turn. The looks complete. Alright, so now it's the beginning of the Ashenbacks' turn. Roll 7. I'm gonna have another Ashenback come from over here. Alright, and then I'm gonna say that's the end of the second round. And what we'll do is increase the turn tracker marker to round 3. Alright. Not to... Don't go ahead, type stuff in. Alright. So, round 3, Kiora's reveal. The tide answers. Maybe, let's see. So here it is. Kiora, Rift, Current. A blue planeswalker with 6 life, 6 move, 5 range, and she's a 3/5. She's got Undertow Dominion. Large and huge figures within 4 spaces of Kiora get -2 tough, -2 power, and -2 move. Tidal Snare. Once per turn. After moving, you may target a large or huge figure within 5 side spaces of Kiora. You may move that figure up to 2 spaces. She's got Leviathan's Rebuke. When Kiora attacks a large or huge figure, she gets +2. If that figure receives at least 1 damage from that attack, it cannot attack Kiora on its next turn. And then, of course, Seaborn with a 3/5 already. She becomes a 3/7. She can move through the water without stopping movement and gets +2 toughness. 1 in water. Kiora, the Rift Current. The ocean suddenly stills. Waves freeze. For mid-current, a brief moment before reversing in direction towards the inlet, Kiora rises from the water, surrounded by swirling coral fragments and glowing blue energy. Unlike humanity's machines or breach-born kaiju, her presence feels ancient, controlled. The Ashenback hesitates. Right? Especially even as more show up. Kiora raises her hand towards the shoreline. Suddenly, coral begins to shift and stir and erupt. It takes the shape of a towering golem that crashes onto the beach between the military forces. Yeah, there we go. Does that look like something? Yeah, that looks like something. Alright, for the first time ever, nature itself joins the war. Sorry, the iPad I was just using went back a page or something. This wouldn't have happened if Maverick was here. Alright, military commander. Military commander. Unknown entity entering the combat zone. Magic. The Riftblade pilot. She's controlling the water? Sin. That's not breach energy. Chadpool. Oh, cool! We unlocked the raid boss ally. Kiora. The sea remembers balance, even if humanity does not. The Coral Golem roars and charges at the Ashenbacks. Alright, round 3. Kiora's reveal. Alright, the beginning of the turn would be, I guess, I guess I'll show you what Kiora's hand looks like. Kiora's got Royal Mage's Trick, Mind Control, and Ghostly Wings. For the pilots, I'll draw a spell card there. I got Regenerative Kinetics. Target an artifact or creature you control. If that figure doesn't have any damage, it gets +1 move and +1 power until end of turn. And I'm gonna put that on Saber Athena. Oh, you know what? It's like I said this thing was charging at the. Well, I'll just leave it like that. Saber Athena. Okay. She moves in. Saber Athena. Yeah, I'm playing the regenerative kinetics, so it's gonna be like 8 damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The raid boss ally. So I got 4 for that. Yeah. Yeah, she kills that Ashenback. That was the regenerative kinetics. Chadpool online. So no. Chadpool. He's gonna attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll stop. Attempt to stop and fight the Ashenback. I love how these guys are about the same size too. Yeah, the military base, this stuff's happening. Here's my monster movie. He doesn't have to get adjacent, but if he overcommits, yeah. So it's gonna be 6, 7. I got 3. One. So he takes 2. Right, now it's Kiora's turn. So it's Kiora's turn. I'm gonna draw a spell card for her. I got Project Cell. Move a blue planeswalker you control to an empty space adjacent to another figure you control. Yeah, so this time I'm just gonna be the Coral Golem. Immunity to magic. Oh, depth walk. Oh, I didn't put this one up on the screen. This is a Coral Golem. Hero creature golem. Yeah, I tried to make it like the AOTP cards back like in the day like that. 6 life, 5 move, 1 range. He's a 6/6. Immunity to magic. When rolling defense dice against a spell or an ability, a figure always adds 2 automatic to whatever it's rolled. And then depth walk. Walking water doesn't slow this thing down. Coral Golem. Coral Golem. Doesn't look anything like the picture, but it's awesome. A Coral Golem. 6. I think that was a blank. It was 3. When? So he takes 2. Bam! Nice. Alright, so that was Kiora, so now it's the turn of the Ashenbacks. Otherworldly brutality. If you destroyed a building or other terrain piece, this Alright, the Ashenbacks. I'm gonna attack the Coral Golem with this one first. So that's 2. Got him for 2. Yeah. This one attacking Mecha Godzilla. Four. Two. But then Mecha Godzilla's got Press the advantage. No. Yeah. Too confident. If Mecha Godzilla receives 2 or more damage during a single turn, roll 1 combat dice. Alright, so he takes 2 damage. Alright, that completes the end of round 3. And now we move the turn tracker marker to round 4. Alert 4. The alert marker. Round 4, the third current. Counterbalance begins. Water from the coastline surges slightly, forming shallow barriers between combat zones. Not defensive shields, environmental modulation. Let me get my environment modulated here. That's what Kiora is doing. She's bringing the water in. The first current, the second current, the third current. Nice. Water from the coastline surges in slightly. Not defensive shields, environmental modulation. The Ashenbacks hesitate, but continue to engage. Let's see, I'll have another one pop up here. Hey! Miss me? Ashenbacks continue engagement. The breach energy pulses faintly beneath the sea. And maybe I'll have that pulse. Yeah, I'll just have this like crystal looking thing. See here. That's to signify the first energy pulse. Magma vents beneath the jungle begin glowing through cracked earth, while other ocean water floods portions of the beachhead. Steam rises across the battlefield in massive clouds. And I was thinking about it getting a fogger or something, but the humidity and everything down here. Make my lights come off the wall. The Coral Golem battles the Ashenbacks near the shoreline, while Saber Athena uses the terrain to outmaneuver larger threats. Mecha Godzilla advances through the shallow water. No, I mean, I guess he's kind of busy over there. He could head towards the water if he wanted to. Energy cannons illuminating the coastline. Yeah, he probably would have been like right here then. But he's tied up. Alright, something beneath the earth pulses. The beach, the breach at the beach is getting closer. Players continue normal combat. Kiora. You tear wounds into the world and call it survival? Sin. Iron Air. We survived the meltdown. We'll survive this too. Jadpool. In Mecha Godzilla. historically speaking, confidence right before a disaster is kind of humanity's thing. Magic, Riftblade, Pilot. Focus on the mission. Repel the Ashenbacks. Focus on the mission. Alright, we continue. Round 4. Normal fighting continues. So, now I draw a card for Sin and Magic. Yeah, these two piloting Saber, Athena. We get humankind's resilience. Seems pretty opportune, right? Mankind's resilience while we're fighting the Kaiju. Hidden enchantment. Flip it over when enchanted creature is attacked. Oh no, enchanted artifact is attacked. If at least one block is rolled, no damage can be taken this turn. Yeah, nobody's dying. I'm gonna put that on Saber Athena. Yeah. And then it's gonna be Saber Athena online. We're gonna be spinning around and attacking that newly formed Ashenback. Five, 6, 7. Ooh boy. 4. Got 4 hits against that. And then because of Sin's ability, Ruthless Escalation. Creatures defending against a mech she is piloting get -2 defense. And then that means they only get 2. Yeah, and that was 4. So that's 3. Another one-shot kill for Saber Athena. Woo! She's holding the line. Holding the line. Alright. So now it's back to Mecha Godzilla. One of these buttons, I know it is. One of these confounded buttons. Alright, Mecha Godzilla. I'm gonna have him just do his base attack, 6. Girl. But then is it +1? Yeah, because of Ace of the Program. Ooh boy, somebody gonna die. We got 5. One block. He gets hit for 4 and he's already got 2 damage. Ashenbacks. Alright, back to Kiora. Draw a spell card for Kiora. Got 4 over the pages. Enchanted Planeswalker gets +1 toughness when its controller has 3 or more cards in hand. I'm gonna cast that on Kiora. Let's see. I will be Kiora. Let's see. No. Am I gonna be Kiora? No, I'm gonna have her just jump off that water puddle thing. And then I'm gonna have her attack the coral. I'm gonna have her use that Coral Golem. So I'll have her use the Coral Golem's ability. Oh no, it's not an ability. It's a spell card. The Royal Mage's Trick. Target creature you control gets +X until on a turn. X is them cards target opponent's hand. X can't be greater than 4. And the opponent, the Ashenback, has 4 cards in its hand. So we're gonna do that. So 6 to the Coral Golem's attack. Six plus another 4. Alright, we got 4 out of all that. One. And he gets hit for 3. And he's only got 1 life remaining. That got rid of all the Ashenbacks. Oh boy. Wow. Focus on the mission. Repel the Ashenbacks. Right? That's what she just said. Look at that. We got Mecha Godzilla over here. We got Saber Athena over here. We got Kiora and her iron Coral Golem over here. How can anybody move in this way? Gonna be fed with Mecha Godzilla. Come in from this way, you're gonna hit Saber Athena. Come in this way, you're gonna hit the Coral Golem. Now, Kiora waits by the water's edge. Alright, so this is the beginning of round 5. And there was supposed to only be 6 rounds to this level, so round 5 was the breaking point. The Ashenbacks either collapse under sustained pressure, or they launch their coordinated assault. So it starts with Chadpool. More simple. Don't die. Commander. That is not a strategy. Chadpool. Yet it works. Magic. Not if I can help it. Chadpool. Anybody else noticing this ominous glowing rock? Or are we gonna ignore that until Act 6? Magic. What did he say? Oh. Pentecost. What did he say? Magic. I don't think I want to know. Sin. All units push forward now. Kiora. The current is shifting. Meanwhile, Mecha Godzilla roars. Energy, fire illuminates the shipyard. Alright, so I'm just gonna say victory or defeat. You guys got the victory, so that thing that Chadpool was talking about, waiting until Act 6? Yeah, we already did it. So now we're gonna go from marker, round marker 5 to number 6. So the Ashenbacks have been repelled or destroyed. The battlefield is now quiet. So, smoke rises across the shattered coastline. The remaining Ashenbacks retreat into the jungle as military forces regroup around the ruined beachhead. The Coral Golem slowly collapses back into the sea. I thought there was something here.
He travels. But then, gradually, he begins to play.
Yeah, Kiora keeps waiting for this breach thing to ignite. But the only thing that really happened here was the breach crystals. So maybe she collects them for her people to better understand. Okay, the Coral Golem slowly lurches back into the sea and collapses back into it. Saber Athena stands damaged but operational at the cliffs. It did say northern cliffs. Chadpool joked before retreating with Mecha Godzilla powering down near the burning shoreline. Yeah, just have him like just sitting there. He jumps out. Kiora watches intently from the inlet. Not ally. Not enemy. Something older. Something preparing. Far beneath the island, rift energy pulses again. It pulses through the earth like a heartbeat. Water like magma. Humanity in the breach. Systems counterbalancing. The war now has a witness. The third current has begun. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you liked this presentation. it was a little bit of back and forth. It didn't seem as balanced as I wanted to be, fighting this quad creature over and over again, but it was really cool to see what kind of military base inlet I could come up with. Kiora does know now things about the energy crystals and the rift magic, so we'll be seeing more planeswalkers as we explore the breach. So stay tuned. Hope you guys like this. This was fun to try out. We will be back with Maverick and his piloting Gypsy Danger. Wanted to give him a break for a couple missions, explore some other things, and then be back at it. So thanks for watching. This is Mike, Shinobi Mystic.